Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good. My name is Hijab and I'm here to teach you the basics of coding using Scratch, and we'll be creating a very small game which is a snowman game in which we are going to collect the snowflakes and get points, right? So before we move forward with that little game, we need to know what is coding. Okay, coding is giving instructions to the computer. Okay, let's take an example. If I am maybe speaking some other kind of language apart from English, if I'm using maybe Telugu or Marathi or maybe any other language, maybe French, right? And you are not able to understand that. Okay, will you be able to like comprehend what I'm trying to say? Will you be able to understand what I'm trying to say? Obviously, no, right? So in that case, what we have to do, we have to have a mutual language to communicate with each other, right? In the same manner, the computer needs a language to communicate with you, that is through coding. Okay, so we basically give instructions. Okay, the other thing is whenever we are creating any game, we need to follow 4 steps. Okay, so I'm not going to waste much of your time in this, but yeah, those the 4 steps are very important to know. First one is whenever we are starting to create anything, we need to have a purpose. Okay, so like in today's session, okay, so our purpose is to create a a game where we have to like collect the snowflakes and get points, right? So that is our aim. Okay, and second step is we need to design. So accordingly, we'll be choosing the things in order to design and make our game attractive. All right. The third step is we need to code, right? And the fourth and the not very last one, but second last step is to test before we publish any kind of game. And last one is obviously publishing the game. Okay, now without wasting much of your time, let's get into it. Let me share my screen. Okay, okay, I hope my screen is again visible. Okay, let's go to Scratch. And first thing that you need to do is log in. So since I'm just using it for teaching purpose, I will just click on create. Okay. Once this is open, let me give you a brief intro about this panel. Those who know very this well and good. Otherwise, I'll just quickly give you a overview of this. Okay. So this place where you can see the character, this whole space is called a stage. This space is called script editor. So this is what a script editor is. This is a toolbox where you have different kinds of tools, okay? Different categories of tools, and you can use them as per your requirement, okay? This is the details, or you can say properties of your character, which is known as sprite in this panel. Okay, so sprite is your animated character. And over here, you can rename the sprite, that is the animated character. You can specify its coordinate, X and Y coordinate, then the size of it, making it visible or invisible, changing its direction. Okay, so all these things you can do from here. Let me clear this out. Yeah. And at the bottom, you get to choose this. There is an icon to choose the sprite in case you want to choose any other sprite. Okay, let's get back. And then you have this backdrop option in order to choose different backgrounds of your choice. Okay, since we are creating a snow sensing game, let's take a snowman. Let me shift this. Okay, so all you need to do is type snow and you'll get both the things, that is the snowman. Okay, and what else we need? We need the snowflakes. Okay. Now this snowflake is huge, so we are going to reduce its size, maybe 25, that would be fine. Yes. Okay, so that is my snowflake. Okay, so if you want, you can change the background. Okay, now let's go ahead with the coding of it. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to move the snowman with our mouse. Okay, so what are we going to do is we'll go to events. Okay, event let the it's like a trigger which let something happen. Okay, so in this case, we are starting the game. So when flag is clicked, that is whenever I'm going to click on this green color flag, what will happen is we will go over here, drag a forever loop because we have to let the character move with the help of our mouse, right? So whenever flag is clicked, we will go over here and then change or maybe set X to mouse X. Okay, so we will go to sensing and drag the mouse X position. So that so what I'm telling the computer, I'm saying whenever I'm moving the mouse in the X coordinate, let the snowman also move along with my cursor. Okay, look, clear? Now, the second thing is we need to let the snowflake fall. Okay, and we will be getting points after collecting it. So again, we will drag when flag is clicked. Okay, so the next thing is we will set its coordinate. So since I'm going to place this snowflake at the very top, which is going to be 180. Okay, so I will set its position. So maybe I can set Y because it is along the Y axis, which is the standing line, right? So we will set it to 180 and let it move randomly to different places. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's moving randomly. Okay, from its original position. Now, we also need a variable. Why do we need a variable? Because it's like a placeholder that holds a value. So in this case, we have those points, the scores that we have. So those are going to get stored in the variable. So let's click over here, write score. Okay. And then drag this block which says set my score. Again, we are going to place this at the top. So we are letting the computer know that at the beginning of my game, we have to set the score to 0. Okay. After which, what we have to do is we will come down and then we will again go to control and drag the forever loop because we have to let this happen again and again. And since the snowflake will be falling down along the y-axis, we are going over here and drag change y, okay, by -5. So each time it's going to fall down, it's going to be -5. Okay. Now, next thing is we are going to apply two conditions. One is going to be for the snowflake to touch this snowman. Okay, so I will go over here. That is control and drag if block 2 times because I need to apply two conditions. One is when, okay, so firstly we will compare this when the y position is equal to -180, which is the bottom line. Okay, so as soon as first condition is when it touches the snowflake, I mean snowman, we are going to get a point. And second condition is when it touches the bottom, we are going to let the snowflake bounce back. Okay, so for that, we will go over here and drag mouse sorry, y position. And if y position equals to -180, which is going to be the end point. Okay, so we will set, or rather we can duplicate these blocks. Right click and duplicate and place it over here. Okay, now in the same manner, we will go ahead with the second one, which says when uh, the snowflake touches the snowman. So for that, we will use the block is touching. change this to snowman. Okay. And then again, we will duplicate these two blocks, add it over here. So every time it's going to change its location and start from the very top. Okay. And at the same time, we need to score points. So we will also use change my score by 1 because we are going to score 1 point each time. Let's see. Okay. Now, what are the changes that we have to do? That is, okay, let's try now. Yeah, now it's falling and we are scoring the points. Okay, I hope you like it. Okay, and I would love if you try this out at home. And at the same time, you can even in the same manner, you can add different colorful snowflakes and you can change the scores of them, right? Okay, then. See you. Bye bye.